Assalamu alaikum, I'm Aisha and you're watching Samaa News. Here are today's headlines. Pakistan has been negotiating an expanded defence pact with Kuwait in exchange for energy cooperation and investment. According to 5 sources with knowledge of the talks remain at an early stage and could still be complicated by heightened tensions between the United States and Iran. A Pakistani security official said Kuwait's wish list includes everything, stressing that Pakistan isn't and cannot consider a deployment of combat troops at this stage. Iran has launched renewed attacks on US Gulf allies after a 7th straight night of US strikes targeting Iranian military sites, including logistics infrastructure, escalating the war 1 week after a fragile ceasefire agreement fell apart. Both sides also took aim at shipping traffic, with the US saying it was enforcing a naval blockade, while Iran said it targeted vessels that violated its rules on navigating the Strait of Hormuz, the vital waterway for 1/5 of the world's oil supply. The US military's Central Command said it concluded its latest round of attacks by hitting surveillance sites, military logistics infrastructure, underground weapons storage, and maritime capabilities. Iran has also issued one of its strongest warnings since the latest phase of the conflict began, saying it will launch a full-scale offensive if the United States continues its military campaign for another 2 to 3 days. Major General Mohsen Rezai, a senior military advisor to Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Mojtaba Khamenei, and a former commander of the Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps, said Tehran is prepared to dramatically escalate the conflict if US attacks persist. At the same time, Iran's Islamic Revolutionary Guard Corps warned countries hosting US military forces to prepare for what it called a corresponding response. At least 14 Palestinians have been killed in multiple Israeli attacks across the Gaza Strip, including 8 mourners who died in a drone strike on a funeral procession in central Gaza. According to Palestinian health officials, the deadliest attack took place in the Al-Balata market area of the Nusayrat refugee camp, where an Israeli drone struck civilians gathered outside the Ahmad Yassin Mosque before a funeral procession. Al-Auda Hospital said 8 people were killed and at least 20 others were injured in the strike.
Iran's Foreign Minister Abbas Araghchi has accused Israel of using US influence to push Washington toward conflict with Tehran. In a post on X, Araghchi claimed that Israel was waging a campaign to steer US policy and alleged it was using American taxpayer money to silence critics. His remarks reference a Time magazine report on an alleged Israeli influence operation targeting the MAGA political base. A 7.4 magnitude earthquake has struck off the coast of Mexico's southern state of Chiapas, triggering a tsunami warning and sending tremors across Guatemala and El Salvador. Mexican authorities say no major damage has been reported so far, but people have been urged to stay away from beaches as sea levels could rise. At least 12 Palestinians have been killed in strikes by Israeli occupation forces across Gaza, including 8 people who died when an airstrike hit mourners attending a funeral in Nusayrat. Gaza health officials say 20 others were wounded in the attack, while 3 more people were killed in separate strikes elsewhere in the enclave. Hamas has condemned the funeral strike as a brutal massacre and called on mediators and the United Nations to intervene.
That's all for now. For more updates, visit www.samaa.tv. Thank you for watching Samaa News.